Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to East 10, where I'm
Yeah,
blockaded from doing the one thing this game is by this
you
wall
have to do
with a
cutscenes. You have
light.
to do cutscenes. You have to do cutscenes first.
Yeah,
Then you can play boat.
Are you hurt, Miss Carter? Or perhaps you feel unwell
but I
from
wanted to
inhaling too much
boat
smoke?
now.
I'm fine. Always the worry ward, aren't you?
It's been one unprecedented circumstance after another recently. Adol's case included. I'm just so glad
But
to
Doc.
see you're all right.
Yeah.
Nope. You have
But-
to access cutscene.
But sidetrack.
You'll get there. You. This is very important stuff. Yeah.
Is Norman architecture new to you? The buildings are characterized by their long rectangular shape and relative lack of windows. I was a bit surprised myself when I first arrived. Wait, so you aren't Norman? Indeed, I'm actually from Bretagne originally. For certain reasons, I'm currently in the Balta family's care. Good to finally be back. I thought this day would never end. How's everyone here holding up? You've already been informed that Karnak was attacked. Most of the residents are settling down for the night by now. I'm told they'll all be preparing for battle starting tomorrow. And sounds like things are about to heat up for the first time in a while. The Balta Lodge is located at the center of the settlement, Adol. Quite large. You can't miss it. Would be off. You know, I'm still... I still think the name Balta Sea Force is very silly
Yeah.
compared to it being like a Nordic-inspired thing.
I
What
mean,
are you doing here,
know.
Folky? Thought you went home. Well, I'm just getting ready for the next emergency train. Worried I won't be able to do a good job stepping in for an hour. That's so. I'm heading back to rest anyway. Everyone's high on alert now. Speaking of your good-for-nothing brother, where in hell has he gone off to? Normal family things.
Beyond those walls is the residential area. The mayor's son will be spending the night there.
The guy looked dead on his feet. But I guess I can't blame him. Our lodge is over there. About time we rest for the
Oh.
day ourselves.
Your house? Yeah, but lately Grimson and I are barely even here during the day. Wizard pretty much does all of the chore work for us. Norman dwellings are designed with the central chambers, which often include a hearth. That is certainly a hearth and not a long fire pit. Definitely not a long fire pit. Very much a hearth. It's important for both cooking meals and as a place for the family, place the family can gather for warmth.
Yeah, a hearth.
The Normans are, after all, from a cold region, so heating has always been important to them. By the way, any idea when Grimson's supposed to be home? With all that's happened, I'm sure he is caught up in war councils. You must be tired. Please feel free to retire before you get back. Oh, and Miss Karja. The Jarl said to have Adol use the room next to yours. Well, if Grimson's okay with it, then that's fine by me. Very well. Your room will be the one on the right, Adol. Just in there. There's 2 rooms on the right.
On the right.
But then I leave. That's the front door.
No. Get out.
Anyway, for now, let's just get some sleep and figure it out tomorrow. Still some cleaning to attend to, so if you'll excuse me. Thanks for taking care of all this, Izzer. I know how busy you've been. Please don't mention it. This is my duty after all. Now, I can't recall. Is Thane higher than a Jarl? Or is Thane a different, like, it's not like a title in, like,
All right, let's turn in already.
sort of governmental hierarchy?
A Thane is a nobleman who owns portions of land in exchange for their military service. The king.
To the king, okay. Jarl like a lord, then?
A rank of
Same.
nobility.
Surprisingly, the day's physical and mental fatigue is hitting all at once.
I don't think they're equivalent. Like, I don't think
Yep.
they're.
Passed out on the floor. No.
No, it's more that.
Ow!
Yeah, they can't go too far apart. Well, I guess I get to sleep on this table right here. Why'd you come in here?
Hurry up and get over here, damn it! Now, listen up. Nothing pisses me off more than something coming between me and a good night's sleep.
That is something I can agree to. Not like these cups were my idea. Being sassy now because she's being sassy first. She's awoken the sassy adult.
Don't care. Just sleep over there. We have to bunk together like sardines during most sea voyages anyway. You're the type who can bed down wherever, right?
Guess I'm used to it by now. Adol says on his third ever adventure.
Technically, the first two parts were a single combined adventure, so you can say
Sure.
this is his second.
It's his second ever adventure. I'm totally used to having to sleep in some weird circumstances.
Like in the middle of a field.
Yeah, on a
And on the
floating
beach. Yeah.
island. With that, the curtain has finally closes. Finally closed on this day. Ultimately, the whereabouts of Dogi and Dr. Fleur remain a total mystery. And the residents of Karnak who have shown so much kindness were taken away by the creature. All that can be done for the moment, however, is just sleep. Okay, Dogi has plot armor. Finally letting his exhaustion take over. Falls asleep and is woken rudely.
This is the game that's going to retcon the entire series again, and Dogi dies.
Dogi dies? Oh my goodness. No.
Shut your
I'm saying
mouth
get up.
and screw off.
Arjun needs another 5 minutes or so. Well, we'll let her get 5 minutes. Ah, yes. You know, I probably shouldn't even be able to get this. This not.
Let's not go this way.
Okay. I like how it's not even centered on.
Well, you know,
If I could go this far, why can't I just have slept in this?
because you're not going to be able to get much farther than that.
That's rude. Also not scared.
Morning. Sleep well?
Ah!
Hey, now, you can't have been that surprised. Unless you weren't up to no good in my wife's room, were ya? She's been dead a long time anyway, so... Yeah. More importantly, let's eat breakfast. After that, we'll conduct a thing. I want you there for it,
thing.
at all.
Capital lettered thing.
That's correct.
A thing. My goodness. Things are what we call our community meetings. They're where we come together to make important decisions. Indeed, where or when to mount expeditions would be the obvious example. Issues such as criminal sentences or disputes between residents are also settled during a thing. Of course, the person who leads the things is the head of the Balta Sea Force, Jarl Grimson Balta. Son and his wife doing okay, Granny Frida? How's their new arrival holding up? Very well. Thank you for becoming the newborn's godfather. In fact, I'd say the little one's doing almost too well. Poor mother's already been run ragged. You know, no giving that poor daughter-in-law of yours a hard time. Try to help her out while you can. Oh. Pshaw. Don't think you can start giving me advice, Burger Nose Grimmy. Burger Nose Grimmy. That really takes me back. Booger Nose. The Jarl? Yep, our little Grimmy's come a long way. Reminds me, Horik, how goes that lover spat with your wife we discussed last week? Have you made up yet? I apologize, but she doesn't want. But she doesn't seem like she wants to come back. Well, don't just wait around for it. Gotta go win her back directly. Gift her parents a pig. Win her head over the sale. Ah, words. Gift her parents a pig when you head over to seal the deal. Yeah, I guess I got no choice. Clearly, someone left all their macho bravado on the battlefield. Right then, brothers and sisters, on to the main reason for bringing us all together. As I'm sure many of you already heard, Karnak was hit by a raid last night. And aside from the mayor's son over there, all the townsfolk were taken. It goes without saying that Karnak falls under our turf. So this little raid is as good as a direct attack on us. In that case, we gotta hit back, show them what happens when they mess with us. Are you aware that there are actual monsters that you can't kill because you don't have a bell? I don't think they know. Otherwise, they can just do whatever they want. Y'all Grims and put me in the fray too, yes, and you'll all die because you can't do anything. Before you youngsters get any more riled up, just who are we up against? It takes a guts to sort and pick a fight with us. You said they nabbed the townsfolk. I mean, they're after... Does that mean there are other Normans come down from Bretagne? No, they're not Normans, not Romans, not Spaniards either. The ones who attacked Karnak were Grigor. What? Grigor? You mean those beasts that can only be beaten with mana? I've never actually seen one. These particular Grigor aren't all the same as the others so far. They were like humans, complete with an organized army and a fleet of warships. Launched a counteroffensive on them last night myself. Human-like Grigor. And since when do they have warships? Yeah, what's up with that? Don't know what they're after or how strong their forces number. But we do have confirmation on a female Grigor, one of their leaders by the looks of it. This enemy's got smarts and strategy, and they can't be killed by normal means. How do we even contend against such a thing? You faced the lot in person, right, Gunnar? The rest of us can take the fight out of them by striking at vital points such as heads. But the only ones who can land a killing blow are those that you can use mana. The Jarl and the Princess. Therefore, the key will be figuring out how to best utilize the Jarl and Princess's power. Get the words right out of my mouth. Leah?
Philia.
Philia. Matter of fact, I'd like to add to our mana wielding ranks. Now, Grimmy, you do understand that mana is a gift from the gods, don't you? If it was the kind of thing you could hand out to just anyone, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And that brings us right to our next topic. Adel, step forward. Ah yes, just who is this stripling supposed to be anyhow? We introduced him. This here's Adel Kristen. He ain't from around here, but just the other day he gained the power of mana and used it to survive the raid on Karnak. Now he and my daughter are acting together. Huh? Are above. Outsider who can use mana. I know none of you are about to let these Grigor psych you out, but having mana users on our side is going to be the clincher here. That's why I'd like to invite Adel to join us as Barja's shield brother. That way he can help us fend the Grigor menace off. What? Never even heard of an outsider wielding mana before. I have no objection. This boy has been blessed by mana, then that could only mean he has been chosen by Har. And are we sure about this though? Not even a full adult. Well, you could say the same about the princess, couldn't you? Or what? Are you planning to go kill the Grigor and their play stuff guy? I mean, I would if I could. What's a shield brother? Armors generally operate in twos on the battlefield. Such pairs are dubbed shield brethren, the sense that each has the other's back. Now just wait a minute, Grimson. Where's this coming from? I haven't heard a word about it. What do you mean? I just told you right now. Fine, let's take a second opinion. Got any better ideas how to handle these things? Well, I mean, it's true that the more mana users we have, the better. But also, it's also true that I'm not as good a fighter as you on my own. How about you, Adol? What are you thinking? I think this will work out for us. Well, how do you figure? Fair to say, but I won't be much help when it comes to your little cuffs problem. Never seen or heard anything about mana being used like that before. Means you two will just need to find a way to deal with it somehow. By becoming shield brethren and looking into it on your own, you mean? And you honestly don't know anything about this? Yeah, you can believe me or not. In any event, it's high time you started thinking and acting for yourself. Or do you plan on staying a little princess your whole life?
I wonder, is there more I'd like to find out too? About myself, maybe?
I like how that one little section was voiced over. The rest of this is
I
not.
mean, you might as well use the voice line that you already recorded, right?
True. There you have it, brothers and sisters. Both of them agree to the plan. My word. When did this meeting turn into a family drama session? Kind of like it was last time, too. Just not this family. That being said, us Normans working shoulder with outsiders isn't unheard of. Days gone by, any strapping young man would get pulled into an expedition, no matter his origin or creed. Oh, Granny sure knows her stuff. Then sounds like it's settled. Adol's now a shield brother candidate. Oh yeah, the rules are a little different when it comes to outsiders becoming shield brethren. Right, sure, a decision that like that can't be made by Thing alone. As they're given the bangle. I have a bangle now. My goodness. A rune bangle. Now that you've got that, you and Carter head over to Lecto Island. Lecto Island. Have someone else give you the nitty gritty later. Basically, you need to prove to Carter that you've got the strength and courage worthy enough to trust her with you. She literally has no choice. There is no choice, and I've done this already. I've pulled her out of the town as it was attacked.
It's a whole thing you got to do. It's a just do the ritual.
The rite of brotherhood. I've heard it's brutal, lethally. Fairly rare we have to do it because fairly rare we have cause to do it these days, though. Sometimes rituals like this can be pretty damn pointless in this day. In this case, though, I'd say it's necessary. I completely forgot the way to pronounce her name. Philia?
Philia.
Philia? Hey, Philia. What? You'd be a good pick to oversee this. Go and give him the rundown, would you? Just... Alright then, brothers and sisters. With that, today's thing. I'll be having us all reconvene once the rite's completed.
Now.
Princess... Pirate Princess attire and Pirate Prince...
I'm Philia of the Balta Sea Force.
Finally.
Nice to meet you, Adol.
This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, someone's raring to go. So, despite the big fancy name, the Rite of Brotherhood is actually pretty simple. First, we take a boat to Lecto Island. There, you and the princess will disembark.
I've got to go too?
Well, of course you do, princess.
You literally don't have a
This whole
choice.
thing is about you two becoming partners. The rite is performed in pairs by tradition. Even if that weren't the case, those cuffs of yours would drag you along anyway.
Exactly. See, even she gets it.
Right.
Once ashore, head to the deepest reaches of the island. Then wear the bangle and touch the stone monument you find there. Whatever happens after that, you report to me and boom, right's over.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, all there is to it. Aside from the wild beasts and other dangers that populate Lecto Island, of course. You'll also need to get a boat and make all the preparations yourself.
I see. So this is just like when we go out on expeditions.
That's right. Any necessities you've got to provide for yourself. So whether it's a boat, equipment, or supplies, you'll have to buy or borrow anything you need.
No way we could afford to buy our own boat. But we've got the Sandras, so there's no need to rent one either.
True. That said, it's pretty decrepit. Could probably use some repairs, I'd say. And by the looks of it, you may want to get your sword and gear up to snuff too.
You're not wrong, but we're not exactly rolling in money.
That's how everyone starts out. Why not talk to people around the settlement?
No.
Those who see promise in you will be sure to help you out.
That thing you wanted to do earlier.
Building trust
Go do
is
it.
the core of this right. Not just between you two, but with the others as well.
Makes sense.
And that should do it for the explanation. I'll be waiting by the docks. Once you've got everything in order, come see me.
Thanks for all the help and advice.
Of course. I'm counting on you here too, Adel. All right, see you later.
Let's go around the settlement and see if we can find people to help us. We should start with those who are at the thing, since they already know what's going on. After them, it'd be good to check in with the blacksmith and the shipwright.
Oh. Don't want to go talk to random people still.
Too bad.
Cosmetic.
You're in your journal. So for the costumes, it's this menu. Yeah, you just go down to there.
This. Oh. Why?
Well, now you get to run around. The thing you wanted to do.
I wanted to go make my map more complete.
Yeah.
Everyone's tied up with the barley harvest, and now we've got the threat of war on the horizon too. All let's deal with it once. Hi. Still, this is pretty much business as usual. I've heard that originally we Normans kept fields just like these back when we lived up north. Honestly, sometimes I think this is closer to our true selves as people. Anyway, much as I don't like bugging people while they work, we need to find someone who will help us. Why?
Because you don't have enough money to fix your boat.
Yeah, but she's literally the princess.
So?
But also, didn't we like get stuff as we were leaving? Stockpile provisions. Yes, with the battle on the horizon, it looks like the menfolk are going to be busy. But the rest of us have to do everything we can on our end too. Try my best to pitch in too, princess. So yeah, it sounds an awful lot like. Sounds an awful lot of. My goodness. Sounds a lot an awful. I can't. Why I do that 4 times in a row? Sounds like an awful lot of heavy lifting. Just take care not to hurt yourself.
We did it, everyone. We got there.
I did it. I'm gonna help out a whole bunch. And then one day I can fight by your side in battle. All right. But now that you've said so, I can't just turn a blind eye. That settles it. Let me get a hand in this and this myself. Oh no. What are you saying? Oh, stop giving us side quests. You have your own business to see, remember? You're supposed to be the
No
princess's
side quest.
field brother,
No
right?
side quest. 2 main quests.
Good luck on the right. How was it? Here's hoping you become a worthy shield brother to the princess. Wasn't too sure you'll measure up, but that look in your eyes gives me second thoughts. You and the princess just might be a match for each other. This is much, but go ahead and take this. It's dangerous to go alone. You already have the princess, so I'll just give you some money instead.
True.
I can't accept this. Hey, don't just turn them down. We all pitched in it for it ourselves. Please look forward to your mission fund. Us Normans make a point of helping our allies out. There's no need to hold back. Be able to use mana, is that right? If this means we'll be able to get in your good books early on, then it's money well spent. Don't worry about paying us back either. Dad, When you see someone in need, do a good turn for them, just like we did for you. That's the way life works around here. Couldn't have put it better myself.
Your side
Besides-
quest is to do side quests.
My side quest is to get money.
No,
Yes,
it's
they
to
stand
it's
it
to
to me.
it's to do the other side quests that pop up. That's your side quest.
Besides, we need this for our ship and equipment, right? You know, I guess I don't want to be one of those like level like 56 knights who has to come back to the lady's like tavern who has a ratster basement, because you need to get enough reputation in the area in order to take the quest on for the sword that you need. Like go wreck this level 5 zone because you didn't do it earlier because you don't have, and now you don't have enough reputation for the area.
Listen, that rat's got the Godslayer sword.
He just now. I let him alone for too long. He's been power leveling. It's a bit on the early side. But we're gonna have to
Open
get
world
started.
games.
Yeah. Had that sickle. I mean, that sickle. That's fine with me and all, but there's really aren't enough hands for the job. I have a sword. Does that count? Both of us need to get back to the C-Force, back on C-Force duty tomorrow too. Apprentice and that red-headed guy? Remember me? I was one of the guards at the outpost at Karnak. Yeah, you flipped me off with your pinky over there. How could I ever forget you? You're a jackass. Gotta say, man, I'm impressed. Who'd have thought you were a mana wielder? Hey, what's the holdup? Sun's gonna set before you cut a single bushel. Oh, you were at the thing earlier. To think you were able to use mana. That's really something else. Nice fields you got here. Go work. Leave me alone. Long ago, we Normans spent peaceful days plowing soil and rearing sheep in our northern homeland. But we were driven out after an unnatural stretch of unrelenting cold. Dire winter made this area unlivable. Wherever we went, we were persecuted by the locals, so we eventually took up pillaging in order to stay alive. After that, the Normans split up into a bunch of smaller groups. Yeah. The leader of one of the conquered part of the Bretagne, and crowned himself a king. I hear that another founded the northeastern country of Denmark. Have we been to Denmark before? No, right?
No, we haven't.
It's just this new country we've heard of now.
I believe this is the first mention of it, although there's always the chance that it was mentioned in East 5 and we wouldn't know.
But for us as well. But for us, well, we like this way of life. Yeah, it's not much, but here. Money! More money! Farmers all pull this together. They want you to use this funding. We need to feel bad about taking it. Think of it as our investment in Balta Island's safety. For Cowtown, you princess. Thanks, guys. We'll spend it wisely. Won't be enough by itself, but it should cover some of your ship and equipment costs. Yeah, I probably could read one of these. Is it? Burke? Was it chains? No.
For what are you trying to find?
The duo blocking stuff. That was not getting.
Oh.
Was it Revenge Gauge?
Guarding
Guarding a power attack using duo skills to launch a counter strike. Simply guarding against normal enemy attack raises the Revenge Gauge.
Yeah.
Feeling a perfect roll right.
Yeah, so holding block and blocking an attack will raise your revenge gauge. If you
Right.
successfully parry a hit, it goes up by a lot. It says it'll fill right up, but that's not going to max it.
Yeah, it's like
It'll
a whole
fill it
tier
by
or
a-
whatever. Yeah.
It's a lot though. Yeah.
Hey, Holger. Oh, Princess, good to see you.
It might actually completely fill it right now because you're only at a ×2 cap.
Okay.
That goes
You're
up in
an
the
adult, yeah.
future.
Oh, that's good. Pleased to meet you. Well, ain't we polite? Right back at you. I caught what was happening at the thing. Congrats on finally getting yourself a shield, brother princess. And an outsider who can use mana, no less. Didn't see that coming. Again, not like she has a choice. Well, that's not to say just yet. We still haven't fished the right. Again, Karja, don't have a choice. Sure enough. To see how things go first. So you're here to check out some gear? Alright. Can't afford anything top shelf, but look a look at what you'd have would be nice. You'll be going up against those human-like Rigor, yeah? Battle here can really use mana, then you've got my support. I'll even throw in a little discount. Go ahead and take your time browsing my stock.